everyone. So it's been an interesting 3 weeks. Since we last spoke, I did a reading on the presidential debate, and I got some interesting cards, and the Tower card did come up, and now we know why. Because Joe Biden did not so well. And then after that, it was a chain reaction of panic within the Democratic Party. So that set off several chain reactions, bad reactions, negative reactions, all kinds of inner stuff going on. And, well, it didn't help at all. Even though after the debate, the bad debate, well, what Joe Biden said in the debate, if you could hear him, was very good, substantive policy. And what Trump said was not so much. But we're in a society that is driven by appearances. Unfortunately, we're not driven by, well, I don't want to say we all aren't, but many of us do not value truth. There were many lies told by former President Trump, many that were not fact-checked during that debate. So anyway, following the debate, it was pretty much a full-on attack on Biden and his age. And so, infighting within his party and a push for him to step down. He did really well following that debate on several occasions at the UN. He did really well with several rallies, including very good speech at the NAACP. Just about everything I saw him do after that debate was okay. He's, looking much better, but people were still very picky about any little flub. And if anybody knows anything about Joe Biden's history, the man has always done that. It's just, he has gotten older and slower. And so anyway, there were many people that were willing to say, hey, you know what, we need to stick with this guy, because look at the other guy. Nobody is calling him out on the lies and the crazy things he says that make no sense. So, and he's only 3 years younger. So anyway, there's a lot going on there. Anyway, so 3 weeks, fast forward, here we are. I think it's been 3 weeks. Here we are, and there's been a full-on assault. And I just heard on the news just now that Joe Biden is going to step down and hand the reins to his VP. All right, so I have a lot of feelings about that. You may also, but my feelings they're very mixed, and it's not about her abilities, because she was chosen to be the VP, which means at any given point in time in these past 4 years that Joe Biden has done a very good job. Nobody's perfect. No president is going to do every single thing that you think they should do. And they're not acting alone. They have to deal with Congress. And I mean, when you're dealing with the House and Senate, and it's just not something that everything can go your way. So that's understandable. And, that is something that people need to keep in mind when they're voting. That it's not just about voting for a president that is important. It is important to vote for the people who represent your state and all your local representatives. All right, so I digress a bit, but it's all related. We're here. We're here with this new news. I have no problem. I have no problem with what Joe Biden has decided. I have a problem with the amount of pressure that was applied to him. But his decision has been made. And I know who I will support. I am supporting anyone who is not going down the road of fascism. And if you haven't heard about Project 2025 yet, Google it. It's out there for you to read. It's very long. I'm going to admit, I've only gotten maybe through the first 300 pages. There's 900 pages. It's a lot. But anyway, I would like to pull just a few cards on the convention that's coming up. The DNC is having theirs. The RNC had theirs. And I didn't watch it fully, but I did watch many highlights of it. And yes, and JD Vance has been chosen as the running mate for Donald Trump for VP. I actually see him as worse. But that's how I feel about him. But I want to pull some cards on the upcoming Democratic National Convention and see how that's going to go, the energy around that, and the energy around Kamala Harris. Let's take a look. All right, let's take a look and see what the Democratic National Convention is going to be like. Now that President Joe Biden has announced that he will be stepping aside. The drama. What's this convention going to be like now? I failed to mention earlier that the former president was at a rally and someone tried to shoot him. So, I mean, again, these last 3 weeks, I'm sure I'm leaving some other things out. It's been full. All right. Democratic National Convention. What do we have to look forward to? 3 cards, please. Spirit, what can you show us? What can you show us? Ace of Wands, a new beginning, new energy. New energy. We've got a lot of new energy, new it's a whole new game. Very interesting. Death card. Death card is about the endings of old things. So again, with these 2 cards together, we're talking about a whole new thing. Like, I don't know if they had one thing in mind and they are changing. Well, I guess when you're talking about changing the person that is going to be your nominee, it's the end of the old and bringing in something totally new. And we have the 9 of Wands. So this is going to be difficult. I don't know that I thought that it wouldn't be. So I'm not surprised at all to see this card. When you are changing something totally, it's hard. So this is going to be very tough for Democrats to do. This is not just, you know, some easy swap out. You had 14 million people vote for Joe Biden to be the nominee, to be the person on the ticket. Yes, Kamala is the VP that is going to be on the ticket, or was going to be. But is there going to be an issue now with her? It's just like a whole new, I don't even know that in my lifetime, I've not ever seen anything like this happen. So I don't even know. I just know that based on this, the endings are going to create hardship. It's going to be difficult change. But it's definitely there. Let's look at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, look at that. 10 of Wands, struggle. Now, the good thing about the 9 of Wands is it's a survivor card. So although you've been through the ringer, you're a survivor. And this may have also to do with Joe Biden. He's been going through so much. And I left out that he ended up getting COVID. So he's recovering from that. So this is good news in that there's recovery there. And because my question was really about the convention, recovery is a good card. All right. Let's take a look at Kamala. I like the fact that the recovery card is there, because with all that's been going down in the past few weeks, we need some healing. This country needs healing. All right. Kamala Harris. How are things looking for you now that this decision has been made? What's the energy around you? What's the energy around Kamala Harris now that Joe Biden has made his decision to step down? All right, let's get 3 cards for Kamala. King of Swords. Very decisive, this decision was very impactful, strong. This is a strong leadership card. This is a card of truth, card of wisdom. She's a very strong, intelligent woman who has been serving alongside the president these past 3.5 years. So it's good to see this card come up. Let's see the next one. We have the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is about a lot of confusion. There are lots of things, ideas floating around that need to be organized. This is a state of confusion, emotions, lots of different emotions. Cups are all about emotions. I'm sure that this has really turned some emotions within her upside down. She's got a lot to deal with. There's a lot of things that are probably coming at her now that she's going to have to sort out. Some of them are things that some of them are fears, but some of them are not real. So she's definitely dealing with her inner fears. There's a lot for her to deal with mentally and emotionally. But she's a strong woman. It's just that she's got to deal with a lot within. And the last card, Seven of Pentacles. This is about the seeds that she has planted and things coming into fruition for her. So she's still waiting on some of these things that she's planted to come through. This is about patience and being confident in what you've invested in your hard work, in all of the deals, people that you've met with, all of the work that you have done coming to light and coming forward for you. And on the bottom of the deck, we've got the Seven of Wands. This is about staying above ground. It's also a defensive card. She's going to have to defend some of her work and decisions, but she's staying above ground. She's able to stave off any of those wands that might be coming towards her. She's above it. She's able to control her situation. She is stable. Well, that's what I'm seeing right now. And I'm not going to prolong this anymore. There's just, there's so much more for us to look forward to see how it all goes. I hope that you all can keep yourselves calm and know that if we just do our part. We can make our society, our country, a stable and better place. We have to become unified in trying to help each other in the best ways we can. Not be selfish with what it is that what we want. Look at things for the betterment of all, for all of us. This is what we have to do. We have to keep our vibrations at a high level. All right, everybody. Take care. I will be back to look at some more current events very soon. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.